Fall asleep as we journey back to the age of heroes and gods, to the distant echoes of bronze-clad warriors and the immortal verses of Homer's Iliad, a tale born in the twilight between myth and history. Set during the final, brutal years of the Trojan War, a conflict sparked by desire, pride, and divine manipulation, when Paris, Prince of Troy, carried Helen away from Sparta, igniting a war that drew the greatest heroes of the Greek world across the wine-dark sea to lay siege to the towering walls of Troy. For 9 long years the armies clashed beneath the scorching sun. Yet the Iliad does not tell the whole war, but instead begins with rage, the wrath of Achilles, the greatest warrior among the Greeks, whose anger toward Agamemnon, the king of kings, sets the fate of thousands into motion. When Agamemnon seizes Briseis, Achilles' war prize, the proud hero withdraws from battle, and without him the Greek forces falter as Hector, noble prince of Troy, leads his warriors with honor and courage, pushing the invaders back toward their ships. The gods themselves descend into the conflict, divided by ancient grudges and favoritism, as Hera and Athena aid the Greeks, while Apollo and Aphrodite protect Troy, turning the battlefield into a stage where mortal bloodshed mirrors divine rivalry. Zeus watches from Olympus, weighing destiny itself, knowing that Troy is doomed, yet bound by fate to allow events to unfold. As Achilles remains withdrawn, his closest companion Patroclus dons his armor and enters the fray to rally the Greeks, driving the Trojans back in a blaze of borrowed glory, only to fall beneath Hector's spear, struck down with the help of Apollo. Patroclus' death shatters Achilles' pride and ignites a deeper fury than before, a grief so powerful it shakes the heavens. And when Achilles returns to battle clad in divine armor forged by Hephaestus himself, the river Scamander runs red with blood as he cuts down Trojans without mercy, unstoppable, more force of nature than man. At last, Achilles confronts Hector before the gates of Troy, chasing him around the city walls until Hector, knowing his fate, turns to face death with dignity. Falling beneath Achilles' spear is the cost of honor, and war reaches its cruelest point. Achilles, still consumed by rage, desecrates Hector's body, dragging it behind his chariot, a haunting image of how war strips humanity from even the greatest heroes. Yet the Iliad is not only a song of violence, but also of sorrow and compassion, as aged King Priam, guided by Hermes, enters the Greek camp under cover of night and kneels before Achilles, begging for his son's body, reminding the warrior of his own father and shared mortality. In this moment, Achilles' rage finally softens, and enemy becomes human once more, as the two men weep together for all that war has taken from them. The poem ends not with victory or conquest, but with Hector's funeral rites, the Trojans mourning their fallen defender, the future Troy hanging in silence, heavy with the knowledge that its doom is inevitable. As you drift deeper into sleep, imagine the flickering torches along Troy's walls, the distant sound of waves on the shore, and the quiet weight of destiny settling over heroes and kings alike, a timeless story of anger, honor, loss, and the fragile humanity that survives even in the heart of war.